Hi, and congratulations in registering with the RockOutLoud.LIVE membership. I'm here to show you a little bit of how this works and some important things you should know. When you use the RockOutLoud.LIVE app as a music coach and teacher, you want to use a PC, a laptop, a Chromebook. You want to use a website-based portal. You want to use Google Chrome. You want to be sure that you're on a computer. You won't be able to use this on an iPad or an iPhone because you're going to see in a minute you have so many resources on your screen, and the screens on iPhones and iPads are just a little bit too small to give your student that perfect experience. So when you've actually logged in and registered for an account, it's important that you create your own room. Your room will remain your room for the lifetime of your membership. So if you go to your account and you select My Room, you have the ability here to name your teaching room ID whatever you'd like. That room ID will be yours forever. You can change it if you'd like, but that's your room ID. So whenever you send out a link, that link will have your room ID in it. Give you an example. If you go to My Account, it shows you everything about your account. You got your name, last name, your email address, then it's got your room ID. So whatever you've named your room, and we've named it Rock Out Loud, will appear in your account section. And at this point, you can select the clipboard and you can copy that link and send it off to your students. You can also select the email and it'll pull up your email. You can log in and then you can send that email with the subject and the body of the actual lesson link that your student can join. Your student who can use this on an iPad or an iPhone or an Android, they must download the app to do that. So go to the App Store or Google Play, type in Rock Out Loud, and have your student download the app. Now remember, teachers cannot use the app to teach. Students can only use the app to view their lesson. Teachers must use Google Chrome on a website based on a PC, a laptop, a MacBook, or a Chromebook. So let's start one of our lessons. I'm going to select Start Lesson, and it's going to bring you into the portal. You have the option to invite more people here if you'd like, and Rock Out Loud Live allows you up to 35 people at the same time. So we do group classes. You can either copy this to the clipboard, or if you'd like, you can go here and select your email, and we'll pull up your email, and you'll see it takes everything, puts it into the subject body, and you can send that out. So back to the lesson. You have the ability now to select anything that you want in terms of teachers' rooms. So we have here the ability to do a vocal lesson. So what we have for vocal lessons, you can search music, and usually the music that comes up will have lyrics in it. So if you want to play along with a piano or a guitar, the lyrics are generally in most of the music. You can switch and you can go right to a guitar room. You go to a guitar room, now your students will see everything that you highlight. So if you highlight the letter or the chord E major, on the student side, it'll pop up as an E major. If there is a blue box around it, that means your student gets to see that blue box or whatever's in that blue box. So you might want to select an E, a G, and a B. Your student now will see an E major, G major, and a B major. You can unselect it, and those chords will leave your student's screen. Another great feature is the song search. Right here, I can search just about any song. Let's try Knocking on Heaven's Door. So I'm going to pull up Knocking on Heaven's Door. There's a couple of them. Let's pull up the first one, Knocking on Heaven's Door. So once you pull this up, you'll be able to show this in real time. It just shows up right there on your student's side. So if you could show them the chords G major, which I believe is a G major and there's a D major in there, you have the song right there in front of your student. You've selected the G chord and the D chord, and that also appears right there on the student side. And you'll see that on the student side, you'll see a big version of the D chord. No longer have to put your fingers up there and tell them what string is where. It's all written out there for your student, and they can see that. And your student gets to download Knocking on Heaven's Door right there inside that virtual music lesson. So if they're taking that lesson, want to download it, it downloads it to their iPhone or their iPad. It could be in their PC. However they want to download it, it downloads it directly onto their computer. So you don't have to send out an email anymore or send it to the parents and ask them to forward it to the student. Student has all their lessons right there. And as a multi-instrument music teacher subscription, you can change rooms. Now if I go into a bass room, naturally all the bass chords go away, but now what I want to do is I want to search bass music. Let's just say I Shot the Sheriff by Bob Marley. There you go. Now the bass music, right here in tab, by Bob Marley. I don't know why I said that. Eric Clapton, his version. The bass music will appear right there, and on your student side, the bass music will appear as well. So your student gets to see everything that you pull up inside that portal. You can also have ukulele lessons, and you can select ukulele chords, and that'll appear too on your student side. Piano, same thing. We have piano chords, and we can pull up piano music as well. But what we like to do for our piano lessons or our music lessons in general is we have our instructional books. So I've put a copy of my instructional book right on my PC. I go to select PDF and it pulls up my lesson books. So I can go to my Google Drive, I can select this and bring up my lessons, and here is my piano lessons book that I digitized. I can pull up a song like Somebody to Love, and once I pull that up, the piano comes up with Somebody to Love. The chords are right there. There's an F chord and a C chord, so I can select the C chord, I can select the F chord, I can select the D minor chord if I'd like, and all of these chords appear right there on your student's side. They can also download the PDFs as well. We also have drums. So if you're a drum coach, we have the ability now to actually pull up the Vic Firth drum rudiments. So every time you pull up a drum rudiment, if there's a box around it, it means your student gets to see it. By unchecking the box, removes it from the student side. And we also can pull up drum music too. You can just type in drum and you get some really pretty cool drum things you can play along with as well. And that could also be downloaded directly into your student's portal as well. So you can see this is an incredible amount of resources that's going to help you coach your students and have that experience. They get to download the songs, they get to download them right onto their PC, you get to share chords, no more struggling with fingers and sharing screens and all that stuff. It all appears right there in that portal. Thank you so much for registering. If you have any questions, feel free you can email us at support@RockOutLoud.com. And thank you so much for signing up for a membership for one of the greatest music virtual lesson portals in the world. Thanks and enjoy.